Hello, good day. This is Global Prism, founder of the Refinery. Welcome to the Refinery Skill Forge. Um, I want to have a very simple foundational conversation with you at the Skill Forge. I'll be explaining more of the platform, but one of the things I've learned consistently is that people don't just do things naturally. People do things because there is a reason behind their decision. So it means that when people are not actively doing what they're supposed to be doing, there means there's a gap in knowledge. There's a gap in knowledge. In fact, one of the very foundation of selling is to educate people enough to be able to see why they need to do what they need to do. And this is one of the things I'm here to do. I'm here to do today. I'm here to educate you on the reason why you must intentionally learn a skill as a young person. It's a very important foundation I'm going to be doing for you today. And if you're going to be a young person that will be relevant, and of course have cash in your bank, this is something that you will need to listen to very, very importantly. Let me see it, and as I always say in my mind for class is that poverty, being broke sometimes is can be or could be a symptom of a bigger problem. What is that bigger problem? It is something that you do not know. There is a gap in knowledge. There is what? A gap in knowledge. I'm going to lay that foundation before we continue. Then we're going to be learning that. I had an event, I think last month. Last month, I was able to bring the branch manager of Alpha Morgan Bank, and very solid man. And we had a very conversation. And that particular day, I was supposed to talk on wealth creation. And that day, I was just tilted to talk about skill, just skill. And why did I decide to talk about skill? Because at the beginning of your journey, especially as a young person that's watching this video, all you need for the journey of wealth creation is skill. I will tell you for free, is having a very, very, very valuable skill. Having what? A very, 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 very valuable skill. Once you have a valuable skill, you will be out of poverty. Once you have a valuable skill, you'll be out of lack. See, listen to me. And I think a lot of people a lot of young people don't understand this. Because some of us are going to schools, are going to universities. The universities might not necessarily give you the skill that is needed in the market. They may not give you the skill that you need in the market. And you must come to a point of realization that the educational system has already disadvantaged you already. On a standard note, when we're still under the of course the apprenticeship system where people just go and learn work, there was no university. So university today is not really functional because the goal of the school educational system was to empower with skill that is valuable in the marketplace. The goal of the some of the academic thesis that we're writing is supposed to have a direct impact on industry. But today our educational system is not doing that. It is not doing that at all. Therefore, as a young person, especially as someone that you have to go to university, you must understand having a skill is the most important thing you need to have. Having a skill, having a skill. In fact, that you are broke, it just simply means that you have a skill. It doesn't mean that you're not serving God. It doesn't mean that you're not praying. It doesn't mean that, see, even if you are doing all the bad things in this world and you have a skill, and forgive me to talk like this because sometimes we try to spiritualize some of these very intricate part of this of work. As a founder, if I find someone that can solve the problem and he doesn't believe God, doesn't go to church, can he do the job? Yes, he give him the job. The job market is not concerned about your background. See, in the job market, we are looking for who can solve it. And skill is not a gift. You're not born with a skill. Yes, you might be born with an advantage. In fact, if you maybe have natural gifting of singing, for instance, guess what? That singing must be turned to skill through refinement. So skill doesn't come naturally. Maybe if you can speak, for you to be able to have the skill of speaking, it takes another level of refinement. Because skill is what we take to the market in exchange for value. This is me. Money or cash is a front end to the back end of value. That value you are bringing to the table is skill. And you have an advantage because you are young. You have the opportunity to learn. It means that, see, once you understand what I'm talking about today, it means that the problem of poverty and the problem of lack is a problem of inability to learn. Inability to sit your butt down and learn. You are broke today, you don't have money today because, and trust me, it is good that some of us are still dependent on it. It's one of your biggest moments. That moment when you are still under someone's roof, where you don't have any other concern. Where you still have the moment now. That's still sending your allowance, that's still in your pocket money. You don't to go and sit down and learn a skill. We graduated recently and I talked to some of my classmates and some few of our guys that graduated together. Some don't even have a clue of what they want to do. Very clueless. Very clueless. I say, it's one of the biggest problem of Nigeria. When we are in abject poverty, we have over 120 million Nigerians that are living in multidimensional poverty. Over 80 million living in abject poverty. It's because, listen to me, let me try and give you this analysis. Nigeria will have a population of over 200 million. It's not called dependent and independent population. The dependent population are those who are, of course, they are dependent on others. The independent are those who are supposed to be bringing in cash flow. Our population will have about 60%, 80 to 30. All of us are 60%. Now you're going to get it well. Now we still have the elderly people that are dependent. Are you with me? We still have the 0 to about maybe 12 that are also dependent. So see, let me tell you, I can tell you why we are poor as a nation. Why our GDP is low is that the responsibility for world situation is not placed on the young people because we are the bulk of the population. By the time we do the proper calculation of those that are actually working and adding to the economy, they are very, very few. Because an average 18 or 16 to 30 is too less of what they want to do with their life. Then you're getting productive. And this is not the norm in other nations. I think a lot of us universities need to sit down again and do that now. And let me tell you, forget universities. That they to their business. Sit with your life. Learn a skill. Learn a skill. Learn a skill. See, let's talk something. Said a man dealing in his business. We stand before kings and not mere men. You know, someone reached out to me, a very young guy said wants to invest in real estate. I said, no, don't invest in real estate. Go and get a skill. I told him. Go and get it. Don't save your pocket money to go and be investing in stocks. This is rubbish. It's rubbish, complete rubbish. Don't save your pocket money. It's good though. You are gonna of course I'm an investment coach. So I'm not here to talk down on investment. If you save, your next major step should be towards learning a very valuable skill. Because you know what? That skill will bring money for you again and again and again and again and again and again. You see, even if they take anything from you, they can't take what you know. They can't take what you can do. They can't take what you can do. And see, if you are 15 years old, on a standard, see, one of the biggest problems we have in our generation is that we think we are young. A 15-year-old is clueless. 20 years old is clueless. They are not that young now. They're not that young. Because just story of Alexander the Great, he conquered the world at 17. You see, no exaggeration, 18-year-old girl. Most of the 18-year-old girls that maybe are pregnant, are married in our day now, is just unwanted pregnancy, which is a big problem. Because the final, we are going to take a lot of initiative because I'm seeing a lot of unwanted pregnancy around. Just walking up and down, very, very clueless. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Skill is in our day that 16-year-old, see, Mom Joe married at 18 and she already had a level of value. That's to tell you, can you say a responsible 18-year-old today? This is when 20-year-old guy will be married because you have a skill that is valuable. So listen to me, your most important priority now, whilst going to school, is to learn a skill. Because any course you are studying, there is a skill part of that course. There's a skill part of that course. Some of you that are going to private school, talking to a friend, you are going from private school. Apparently, 1.2 million, 1 point something million, 1.1 million. Say want to go and start with job of 150,000. That's rubbish now. Complete rubbish. Very complete rubbish. Very complete rubbish. And in case you have a skill and you are just on the surface level, let me tell you something. Your most important priority in work creation now is to get worked in and become extremely good at what you do. If you become extremely good at what you do, we'll look for you. We'll pay your money. Something happened. I hosted an event, I think in April. Yes, in April. One of my first dinners. We've done it last year, but this was another level. Very great event. We were able to bring Binola Davidola. Guess what? There was a girl. I wanted her to come and do my videography. I was begging. I was going to pay any amount to have her do because as if it's going to contribute something to my business. That's what I was doing. If you don't have a skill, number one, you're wasting your life. That's it. What I must tell you that. Okay, what are you doing? Before God gave Adam wife, there was work already. Listen, one of the things you must understand is that work is not just because of the fall. Yes, work is not just because of the fall. Before the fall, there was work. As a young person, and you see, for an average believer or someone that has a sense of God's calling upon their life, this is a lot of them are so. A lot of us are also victim of this. You've got to learn a skill. You've got to be valuable. See, at least learn the skill first. Be good at it first. Oh, be good at it. I'm going to say, be good at it. Good die. Good die. And let me tell you something. You don't get a skill in one day. That's why the earlier the better. You don't become excellent at it in one day. You keep on refining it. For you to be one of the the best in in any industry, you have to have spent at least 10,000 hours doing something. 10,000 hours doing something, refining it. Let me say we give you job, you do rubbish. You know, I gave my clothes to a laundryman one time like that. I almost swore that I will not give my clothes. He just put everything. There was no difference. That is, there's almost nothing you want to do. Be good at it. There's a laundryman in our school because this guy is good at what he does. He does laundry for. You know, the first time I asked how much is. Of course, I was doing my laundry, but the first time I asked how much is one laundry, it was doing one shirt. It's not 1K, just one shirt. And it's for me, I don't see it as a big deal because of how I see myself and where I'm going to. I don't see it as a big deal at all. When I saw the quality of what he was doing, in fact, it started from the cloth of what he was wearing, how iron it was. Earlier, I don't mind paying. I don't mind paying. I don't mind paying. What skill do you have? Now you are not the day now. You see, trust me, time flies. By the time you are 25, you don't have what to do. I met someone that we grew up together. Oh my god. It's one of the most tragic part of my life. Most people we grew up together now. Yahoo boys. You know, many have died. And guess what? One of the things he was telling me that how I wish I sat down. You are 16, you are 15, you are 14. See, one of your greatest decisions is to sit down and go and learn something. I don't think that when you graduate from secondary school, you should not be looking for work. You should be paying 50,000. It's rubbish. If that's what you are doing now, leave that work. Leave it. Leave it. Go and learn a skill that will make you valuable. A skill that will make you valuable. A skill, see, we are in a skills economy. And I'm not even talking about digital skills yet. Look for a skill that is valuable and know how to do it. Sabi am. Get good at it. Get good at it. We may not start paying you premium at the beginning, but we'll pay you well. The standard I set for my current graphic designer in payment. Some of my guys, that two guys we took fully into our workforce team as an organization now. The salary they were earning before, the guy that works about maybe 2-3 hours a day, is earning at least times 3 times 4 of their salary. Be good. Go and get a skill. You are too young to be hustling. I'm working in a bakery, you're paying me 40,000. How much is 40,000? When if you sit down, and trust me, if you sit down and learn that skill, you will eat it from for the rest of your life. Your greatest decision is to sit down and learn what? A valuable skill. A valuable skill. Don't be useless. Don't be useless. I'm going to read a quote from you by Jim Rohn. He said, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. And what does that mean? And as some of these skills, one of the greatest gifts you have in our generation is that you can sit down and learn it by yourself. Yes, I won't lie to you. There's a need for mentorship and people who have proper guidance. But formal education, that university thing is good though. So someone asked me, one guy was asking me, should I go to school? Before so at least we have to sit down and why are you going to school? That's the question. Is it really necessary for you? I think I had one of our people that we grew up together died. And this is caused me a lot of sorrow. Skill, valuable skill, very good baba, excellent baba. He has been learned, I think he learned for 6 years. Then he also worked with his Oga for about 3 years. Most people that live in Denmark will know this person I'm talking about. That's it. He should go to school. What is he going to do in school? So that if he starts working, he will employ graduates to come and be a cashier. There's one of my brothers in Moses Oye, Bobby. If you know about Bobby is catching on skill. Because once you have the skill, you have become a solution to someone's problem. And once a solution to someone's problem, people will pay you for it. People what? We will pay you for it. We will pay you for it. Oh my God. I wanted to host an event last month. I called. He said we're charging $10,000 to speak for 1 hour. Skill. And guess what? The earlier the better, as I said. Because you won't know that skill in 1 month too. If you are going to be very good at it, you will God sit down. Learn. So you are 15, you are 16. Even if you are 25, it's not another day. Be extremely good at it. They already doing small, yeah. Already get more money. And that's one of the biggest kidding. They already even get more money when go and check who are the biggest people doing these things. You're a photographer. I told one of my disciples that time. You're a photographer. Go and set the best photographer in Nigeria, the best photographer in Africa, the best photographer globally. Logo designers. I saw one video when a local designer charged $25,000. Myron Goldie, someone I follow closely, for about 2 hour session that he will come and visit your house. You pay for private jet that will bring him, and you pay about $80,000. Last time I checked, it has become $100,000. $100,000 skill. And guess what? We don't be skill in a day. It's a continuous process. You keep on getting good. So the earlier the better you start. And I'm not telling you that just look at something valuable and be extremely good at it. How do you know what skill to put? Good for something that people need, something that the market needs. Some of the courses we are studying in school, very relevant courses. If the course is relevant, the lecturer will be collecting that money. Are you with me? I presume that lecturers are supposed to be one of the richest people, because if what you are teaching is making people money on a standard note, lecturers are supposed to be they're supposed to be in the middle of industry and education. Lecturers should be teaching based on passion, because what they are teaching you is valuable. Because what they are teaching you too, remember, one time I was in school, I was trying to say to a lecturer, I don't thought that the man could afford properties. Imagine, the man is working for 25 years. And I'm not even trying to what's me. Professor, you know. Eh? Prof will run. Forgive me, I just say, okay, thank God the man that can even if I what I'm talking about. Prof. And if your mom is forcing you to go to school, don't get me wrong, please go to school. But me, I went to school. And I can tell you, see, this world we are in. I had of one guy, I think his name is Feromi, videographer. If you're a videographer today, the budget they will allocate to you is not small. You will make profit. The student in my school, T, the Inokabe, you say you just say you want to book him for an event. See how much he will charge you. There's one guy too. He's not his name. He's a graphic designer. When they wanted to do something, when they sent how much was in one flyer, I trust me, it's worth it because of the value it brings to the table. One time he did one flyer for us. And it's not if, for instance, the reason why we can't even do the purchase right now is because I would rather love to build my team, because it's a long-term fund. I love to build my team that would be able to do it concurrently for us, so that we can start use it because it is valuable. The graphics they are paying 2K, 5K, 10K. You never sabi work on you. Trust me, that they charge up to 200K, 1 million per project. Trust me. And this is what I'm going to tell you today. This is all I have for you. Get a skill, be valuable. And sometimes, if you don't have confidence, what wants to be confident in self? There's something called social capital. You don't have social capital. What is your? I'm not saying put your confidence in the flesh. What you have confidence in? What can you see as a young person? I can do this. A sense of value. A sense of value. You don't have anything that you can put. No, I'm advising you, go and learn a skill now. As I recording the video now, let this video make you go and sit down and learn a skill. And stop asking people for urgent 2K up and down. Thank you so much.